Former President John Mahama is accusing the government of plotting to wreak havoc and create confusion during the 2020 polls. Mr. Mahama, in making the claim, cited a letter in which the Upper West Regional Security Council requested the NPP regional chairman to submit names of persons to be trained for next year's election. The NDC's flag bearer says the party subsequently followed up on the letter and discovered that indeed government is training thugs at Esuchari for the election, a situation he described as worrying. He fears that their actions could destabilize the peace of the country. Mr. Mahama made these allegations when the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Afomoni, led a delegation to pay a courtesy call on him.
I was West Wogon. I pray that God forbids that nothing like that ever happens again. But you know, the issue of vigilantes, you know, that especially one party is training. I remember at the time of Ayawasu West Wogon, there was a letter that came out, you know, asking some party executives to bring able-bodied people to be trained, you know, as security for that party during elections. Since then, we have evidence that those people are being sent to Asuchari and trained in batches over and over again.
The former president also accused the National Communications Authority of shutting down pro-opposition media houses.
I believe that we have situations of, you know, some abuse of the media, oppression of the media. We fought to open the media space so that our people can express themselves freely. There has occurred under this government a situation where the law is deliberately used to shut down dissenting stations. And it is unfortunate. I mean, if you look at the pattern of the stations that have been closed using the law, they're all pro-NDC stations. And I think it's a very bad precedent, because I pray that it doesn't happen in future, that the shoe is reversed and some other government comes and shuts down stations that are pro-opposition. And I believe that GJ cannot but condemn this, you know, in the highest terms. The law is just being used. I mean, the stations have appealed to the electronic tribunal. Somehow they've managed to get the judge to resign. Government has refused to appoint a new judge to adjudicate the case deliberately, just so that they can keep the stations closed. It's totally unacceptable. But I just want to caution the NCA, the way they're going, the way technology is going. A time will come when you don't need the NCA, you don't need a frequency. And they're going to force stations to, you know, bypass the NCA, because if I don't use a frequency, I don't need you to give me a frequency to broadcast. And that technology is coming.